Hey YouTubers, Hike with Mike here of course, and today's Swamp Talk is actually a reflection on the past year. I always keep a journal. I got this from ATH Outdoors, the past few years of all the hikes that I make, and last year I did 198.5 miles, and right now I still have 2 more days left before the end of the year, so I'm going to probably get some more mileage in. But I'm at 220 miles for the year. And I just want to reflect on it a little bit. Most of it was, almost all of it was Florida hikes, because my car is getting old, so I stayed locally for most of my stuff. But I had some great times, and I was just reflecting on some of the neat stuff that happened. I did some barefoot hiking. We had like I love when there's like a mishap at a campsite and something goes wrong, and it ends up being like a crazy adventure in the end. So I've learned over times when like there's issues that happen, just go with what you can make, and it ends up being a great adventure. Like there was one time we were booked at the same campsite with some wild boar hunters, so we had to share the campsite, and that was a great time. You know, we sat around the fire, we talked about fatwood and boars and, you know, camping and hiking, and in their case hunting in Florida and stuff like that. So that was a good time. You know, something that could have been a conflict ended up being really good medicine, and that's always cool. I really had some great times seeing some really neat stuff that I haven't seen in the woods before, like a mama boar with like 8 babies, and just walking up right around me and stuff. That was really cool. Of course, going to my gator hole that I do every summer, checking on mama and the gators. Unfortunately, I think that didn't end well this year, because I think something got to all the nest, the eggs and the babies, because I didn't see a lot of baby gators this year. There was a great, amazing camp out with my buddy Dale, where it was over the top food, because he's like a master chef, where he brought a rotisserie machine out, and we had rotisserie chicken piccata. It was one of the most amazing meals I've ever had out in the woods, so that was a great time. And of course, several misadventures and adventures with my 2 buddies, Steve and Dale, out hiking and stuff, so that was good. And it was neat to meet a couple out in the woods, and I've just run into a couple of subscribers, you know, that knew who I was, so that was kind of neat to meet them, and also having the opportunity to a couple of subscribers who came down and hiked with me, like Sloan's Wilderness Expeditions. We had a great time in the Ocala National Forest. I brought them over to my forest, and we did some caving, and it was a really great experience. And then I met another subscriber, 21st Century Expeditionist, out hiking. Me, him, and Florida Trailblazer went out exploring Native American history, because 21st Century Expeditionist is like really in tune with that. And then of course Florida Trailblazer knows a lot about Florida history, and particularly the timber industry and Hurdy cups and things like that. So it was a great year, and I have this little book of memories, and I just log in the miles, and I log in special things, little things that are good medicine that happen on each trail. And looking forward to starting a new page next week, and it's a great idea. I highly recommend you do it. It's great to have, and hopefully there'll be new adventures and misadventures this year.